whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He got the mommy and the daddy in his hands. He got the mommy and the daddy in his hands. He got the mommy and the daddy in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the aunties and the nieces in his hands. He got the aunties and the nieces in his hand. He got the aunties and the fews in his hand. He got the whole world in his hands.
All right.
All right.
What's poppin', big sippers?
Get ready for another episode of AunTEA Talk. Ow.
What's poppin', big sippers?
Bang, bang.
Welcome back to another dope episode in the making that's brewing of the greatest podcast 2024, AunTEA Talk.
AunTEA motherfucking Talk. She was just rambling shit and I'm like, where you going with this? Where you going with this?
Where we coming? But today's sip tea, what we're sipping on, raspberry lemonade. Como se dice raspberry lemonade in Spanish?
That initials.
I told you it's a little sugar-free raspberry lemonade, so don't shit on my shit now.
Oh, so you already knew how it tastes.
I knew how it tastes, but I didn't know if you were open to it. That's why I said I don't got nothing for sip tea, but I do have this.
Okay, the first taste was, it's like I taste most of the water because it's one of the things where you have to put the raspberry packet in. So I just taste the water when I initially took it, but after the second still, yeah,
Decent.
it's decent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll run that back. Like if I'm at the house and I don't want it something other than water.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll run that back.
I'm about to say don't shit on my raspberry lemonade because I asked you. But alright, let's go ahead and get into our check-in and whatnot.
Alright. So I guess I'll pop it off. My check-in, so the past couple weeks have been hectic for me, and then this week I started back working my other job. So I'm back to 2 jobs, shawty. So I just been on go. This is our first time I don't think this is our first time, but we're recording on a Saturday, and initially, like, I had already planned for my weekend to just be real relaxed because I knew I need that mental, that physical break all together. But I'm here, dedicated to AunTEA Talk, so hey, it is what it is. Another thing I have for my check-in is I just, like, even though I've been run ragged, I've had a lot of confidence these past couple weeks, this past couple month or two. It's just, and it comes with me having a lot of revelations. And when I say revelations, just different things that's been going on in my life, and I'm finally getting that aha moment. So with that comes the confidence, and honestly, I can't give it to nobody but God, because without him and me and building that relationship with him, you know, I'm starting to see things clearer or whatever. I'm capable of having those moments of revelation, which gives me that confidence, and that's confidence physically, intellectually, mentally, just like on all aspects.
Yeah.
And
same, I can agree, and I noticed it with you too.
You have? That's good. And then another one of my check-ins, it really just follows along with my last check-in. Like this month, I haven't been as intentional with my relationship, building my relationship with God. But like with all the good things that's going on in my life right now, it's like,
how can you not?
Yeah, how can I not? You know, like how can you just drop the ball or whatever? So, and I also feel like that's God just really showing me, like, all right now, like, this is what I can do for you if you keep doing what you need to do or whatever.
Don't just call me when you need me. Call me when it's good too now.
So, so I just, needs to get back in the habit of being intentional with building my relationship with God.
But one thing,
WWW helps though.
yeah, it does. But one thing that I do like about God is He know us and He know we gonna do that before we even do that.
Yeah.
But like you said, He just show you like this is what it can be.
Yeah.
Just like I gave it to you, I snatched that motherfucker out your face, stuck out in fast. But I do like that He is a forgiving God and He don't play with me either type God too. So
For sure.
So I'm glad that you acknowledging that before we even get to that space. We don't even allow it to get there. So yeah, go ahead and clean it up. Be intentional,
sure.
like you said, for real.
Sure. And then my last check-in is a mutual check-in. Hey man, last week, my boy Fute was in the city. We Trust You toured him in Metro Boomin. And granted, both of us went, but we went separately. And when I say I enjoyed, my experience, my solo concert experience, because even though it was, seats open near Brittany them, I could have went over there. But I was just enjoying the people that was around me and connecting with new people, like, just being out of my comfort zone or whatever. But overall, I enjoyed the show. What surprised me about the show was I thought it was going to be a strictly, we don't trust you, we still don't trust you.
It was a mixture
of everything, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, I am so grateful for that because, granted, I do like both of the albums, but when you get them classics thrown in there, that shit.
I honestly didn't think like it was gonna be like that. Even with Beyonce concert, like it was a Renaissance tour, but she still threw a little bit of pizzazz in it too. It's just like I guess to get you going and keep the end.
Well, I guess because like even when we went to Burna Boy concert, like he performed like some of those other songs, but he didn't really perform those other songs, like those more popping songs. It was strictly that album tour. Like, whatever, what's the name of his album? Whatever the name of his album, it was strictly that tour. So that's where he really performed. Yeah. So that's what I was going in the mindset of. It's we don't trust you. We still don't trust you. That's why I went in that mindset.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and slide into my check-in, of course, back on the mutual. My brother, Future, like, I don't think I've ever missed a Future concert. I've really been trying to, like, think about it. Like, I don't think I've ever missed Future in the city ever before. Now, if he done been somewhere and it wasn't his concert, I might have missed that. But a Future concert, I'm talking about from
Drake and Future concert. We was there
from Lakewood to it don't matter. I've been at Future concert, real deal Future fanatic. Like when people ask me how was the concert, I'm like the worst person to ask because I'm gonna give you a biased opinion every time. I had the time of my life every fucking time. Like I don't care what Future do. Future don't do no wrong in my eyes. Like and it's just. His music is home to me. If I think about home, I think about Future. So it hits for me every time. Now, I don't go to Future concerts and feel like I'm finna get an entertainer for him because everybody just ain't got that gift. His gift is dropping that motherfucking music, creating that music that's gonna
creating
that vibe that's gonna sit well with me.
Yeah.
I don't go to Future concerts thinking that. Now, when I went to Beyonce concert, that was my first time ever going to Beyonce concert too. But I've always known from just seeing on TV and seeing how the Beehive, everybody else go crazy about Beyonce. She's an entertainer. It's the difference between shit being a stripper and a dancer. Like everybody got to know what lane that person is. So when I go to Future concerts, I'm gonna have a vibe. I'm gonna rock the fuck out every time. I'm a real deal rock star type shit. Like I have the time of my life. I'm gonna be lit. It don't matter. I'm gonna be on Pluto with that nigga. For real. Like that's where I'm going. Where you going, Pluto? And now to go ahead and venture off to before I even venture off to the next part of my check-in, I was seeing people was saying on Twitter like the next day Future concert was born, and I just like I don't have that same experience. I don't have that same experience, I guess because my perspective is I'm not going there to be entertained. I'm going to ask for my car concert times 10. Like that's what I go in there. I'm going in there for the vibe. The vibe be there. I I haven't been to a Future concert and the vibe is not there. And I feel like every concert of Future, we done been together. Granted, we were together, but when a concert actually started, we weren't together. But to even just the beginning part of it, the beginning part of the concert, like, we still had a good time, just vibing out, smoking, and shit, take a shot, meet up with our friends, like, because we didn't come together, but we came together, so just having that time, it'd be good. But, yeah, somebody, like, even my friend Zani, that was her first Future concert. She went solo, but she was with us too. And she asked me after the concert, she was like, how was the concert scene? I told her right then and there, shit, my opinion is biased as fuck every time, because that's my brother, and I'm going to have a great time every time. Nothing or nobody can make my experience bad, because it's me and Future at that time.
Yeah.
But now to my second part of my check-in is after the Future concert, shit hit rock bottom for me. Like, I came home, I took a showered me up, I'm feeling a little rejuvenated or whatnot. So I said, I'm gonna sit up in the bed and I'm gonna watch TV. And I ain't gonna never do that no more. If I ever tell you I'm sitting up in the bed, especially at nighttime, watch TV, tell me to lay the fuck down. Because I went to sleep sitting up and I was slumped over, and I woke up. Last time I looked at my phone was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning in excruciating pain. Because my torso was one way and my body was the other way. And I ended up slipping my motherfucking disc on a freak accident type ordeal. I slipped my disc in my sleep. And so I'm just thinking like, damn, you know, at the time I didn't know my disc was slipped. I just knew my back was hurting bad. So the whole
First, just go back. You said your torso was one way. And what?
My body was the other way.
Who that remind y'all of?
I told him when I first told him, I said, before I knew my disc was slipped, God said, I felt like God said, you start talking about my child and start laughing at my child. But the way I described how I felt and how I was feeling at the time, it was the boy Shamar. Shamar, like, you know that, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
They was on that Future concert twisted.
Future concert had me twisted. See, I would have been more okay if this had been like on some drunk shit. I wasn't even drunk. I had one shot and one drink that whole night. This was literally just a freak accident. But anyway, so I had been down bad all week. Like, later on that day, I had been on a heating pad or whatever, but later on that evening, I just felt like my rib cage was coming through my sternum. And at that point, I was having like real bad chest pains. I couldn't really breathe. And when he started dealing with the chest and you can't breathe, it's time to go to the hospital. I tried to thug it out. My pain tolerance was high as fuck, but I was like, nah, let me go see. And good thing I did, because when they did my EKGs, they was able to find that they came back abnormal and I had inflammation to my heart. So, yeah. I've been out of commission all week, but today is Saturday. 2 days ago, I started like feeling like myself. I'm able to move around without having shortness of breath. You can see like she'll call, we talking to some shit. I'm like, man, please don't make me laugh. 'Cause I can't laugh for real because my chest hurt. Or if I move from one position to the next position, I'm out of breath, like I'm pregnant or something. Like, it was just, it was down bad. But so that's my check-in. The girl gotta go to the cardiologist next week.
Auntie,
I gotta go to the cardiologist on Monday from a fucking freak accident. I got physical therapy, but it's all cool. Minus setback for a major fucking comeback.
Alright, so what are you grateful for?
Okay. I'm gonna let you go because my grateful is a little windy too.
Okay, so I am grateful for God's alignment. Recently, actually a week ago today, I ended up coming across, well, before that, I ended up having a conversation with myself about my new business venture, trying to determine what location I want to do, if I wanted to move it to a separate city like I intentionally wanted to, or just stay here in Atlanta. And I forgot to pray about it. Again, remind you, I haven't been as intentional. I forgot to pray about it. And I end up logging onto this database that I have a membership for, where they generate different grants for startups.
Yeah.
And I end up finding a startup for that particular city. And I'm like, what? I ain't even talked to you about it yet, but boom, it was there in my face. So that was due on Thursday, and I really feel confident about it. It's a pitch. So first, I have to basically present my business and so many answers to the different questions, and from there they choose 8 contestants where we partner with different entrepreneurs as mentors, and they help us work on our pitch, and the pitch is actually in October. So I'm feeling very confident based off the application process alone. So I am grateful for God's alignment.
I like the fact that it come with a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, yeah, I can do all the research I want to do. I
Mm-hmm.
can watch as many videos as I want to do, as I want to watch. But to actually talk to somebody who done been through this process, who can really give you the ins and out, like, hell yeah, I like that part. That I do. But on this good Saturday, I'm grateful for 3 things. First thing I'm grateful for is the mornings. Um, I always been grateful for a morning, but I'm being more intentional about my mornings. Like just choosing me, like to actually pour into me every single morning. Like regardless of how the rest of my day go, I know that I poured into me some type of way in the morning. And what made me really start feeling like I'm really grateful for mornings was just yesterday. Yesterday morning was my first time really being, y'all know I love fitness. I love going to the gym, working out and shit like that. Like that's just a form of therapy for me. And to be able to had it kind of like snatched away from me this past week, sometimes like I can just slip into a little slope. Like I'm not gonna allow that. So I just thank God before I can even get to that place. Like He started making me feel better. So first thing in the morning on that Thursday, I was like, well, shoot, let me just get up and move around and handle some business in the house. But then yesterday morning I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, and I felt so liberated after that walk. Like I'm just like so grateful for it. And then I did the same thing this morning. I'm like, damn, I love the mornings. Like I'm really just by myself, just vibing out, doing whatever I want to do, listening to whatever I want to listen to, pouring this to me in the mornings. Like I'm so grateful for that. Like it's a beautiful thing. Every day is in the clean slate. So I'm really grateful for mornings. Like I don't really think I have no bad mornings. And I'm a morning person too. So I'm grateful for mornings. Second thing I'm grateful for is dodging that narcissistic bully. Like my summer fling, we done talked about it briefly, but this summer fling, this is a motherfucking route. Summer is coming to an end anyway, so that was the season for it. And I dodged that bully, baby. I dodged that motherfucking bully.
Remember when she was talking about that password?
That password, God gave me that password. And I finally prayed on it after the episode. I finally prayed on it. And remember, I was reluctant to pray on it because I'm like, I already know what's going to happen. I kid you not, y'all. I prayed on it on AunTEA Day, Friday, July 26th. That following Tuesday, July 30th, it's a wrap for you, baby. Like, if I even wanted to ignore some type of red flags before, which I was actually making a list, and it was my first time doing it, jotting down a list of red flags that I was noticing within that person. Even if I took those red flags lightly, just the shit that transpired from the 26th to the 30th, God was like, let me shake the room, baby. Let me shake the room. Get this nigga up out of here. You can't bring this nigga into August. And that's exactly what happened. I couldn't bring him into August. I listened. I obeyed. Remember, I was telling y'all I was practicing obedience with God and hearing God and shit like that, stuff like that. So I'm grateful for that. And last but not least, today, I am grateful for my Virgo besties. We got the girl, Notorious Seal, and Cody. Like, man, I don't know if I say it enough, but I'm saying it right here. I'm giving them both their flowers right now in this moment. Like, they don't understand how much they get me through. Like, don't tear up. But
like, don't you do it.
But they don't understand how much they get me through. I don't talk to them every single day, but just a little text message here, even with the just like sending different memes, a little jokes that we send each other, like that shit get me through a lot, bro. Like, I appreciate them. Like, these are two people outside of like my sisters and stuff like that. These are two people who I know I can turn to for anything. I say something, they own it. Like, if they can do it, they gonna do it regardless of what's going on. Like, even with last week with me being well, you know, my incident that happened or whatever, I'm grateful for all the people that fell through and checked on me. But in particular, these two, like, the day that I got out of the hospital, because I spent, 17, 18 hours in the hospital. When I got out of the hospital, they showed up. I just hit their phone real quick, and they showed up. Like, they show up for me so much, and I just, man, I'm grateful for them. Like, in the dark times and happy times, like, my girls come fucking through.
And ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. It's just
I just feel like it's natural with them. It's not forced. I ain't never felt forced with neither one of their relationships. I don't think of course our tones little motherfuckers especially with them right here. But our tones like some type of we can like talk. I don't even think we talk to each other sideways, but our tones can, you know, we have to readjust it and like, hold on, bitch, bring this shit back down. Yeah. But I've never been in an argument with neither one of them. Like, the relationships are authentic. Another thing that I'm grateful for is for me to bring them into each other's lives, and their relationships are like this. Like, I just love like hearing sometimes like how they just say, like, they just be talking to me like, oh, I was just on the phone with Teal, or Teal was at my house, or I did this when me and Cole went and did this, and I'm like, bruh, I brought my two best friends together. Yeah. These folks, like, dead ass close fucking friends. Like, I love it. I'm so grateful for them. Like, I really don't know where I'd be without y'all, for real.
That shows the authenticity of each of our personalities. It goes back to like when we had that incident, I was like, bro, to know me is to know my character. And you know how it is, how I am with friends. Like, it shows the authenticity of our characters individually. But like, that's what relationships are about. Relationships, and that's friendships with family, whatever. Like, it's just being able to be, you know, a helping hand, a shoulder to lean on when you need to, go out partner when you just want to, you know, get out, just that person that you can trust in and depend on. So that's what I'm like, it's never no pressure. And even with Brittany, we can say the same thing, and I'm gonna speak for Cody too. We can say the same thing about you. Like, if we need anything, one call, you don't even have to ask for anything. Brittany gonna be like, do you need X, Y, Z? And he be like, damn, I didn't even think about that. But if you willing to, then I'm cool with that or whatever. So that just shows the authenticity of our friendship, our sisterhood.
You a reflection of me, Shawty.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good little
intro. All of it. We did a lot just then.
Yeah, we did. We did an unpacking session.
Okay? Okay. Speaking of unpacking, I know I was having a conversation with one of our mutual friends, Demi. And we was talking about AunTEA talk, and I was telling her how we had just started back up and but I was like, I told her, you know, I'm in a space where if you don't pop by the way that we desire by the end of this year, I'm just gonna have to, you know, fall back and focus on, you know, my own things or whatever. And so then she was like, well, what are you doing AunTEA talk for? And I was like, really, it just be like a therapy session or whatever sometimes. She was like, so why does it matter, you know, whether it pops the way you want it to or not? Like, but it's dead ass like therapy sessions that I need, and I feel comfortable with sharing it with y'all. So,
okay, I like that she asked that. Shout out to the girl, Zenny. Dime. What they call her, Dime. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and slide into our next segment, which is the T-Spill segment. And today we're going to do something like we used to do before, back in OG AunTEA talk.
Shout out to all the OG big sippers.
The OG big sippers. You know, from time to time, every blue moon, we come to you pulling some good old cards, and we just let the conversation flow. So we just going to go ahead and just pull a couple of cards and let's talk about it.
So today, we'll be pulling from tonight's conversation deck, the relationship debates deck, rather.
Okay.
You and your significant other are drinking one night and talk about the first time you met. They admit that they were really interested in your best friend that night. How do you respond?
Damn, really? You gotta say really, or you? It's the really that make it feel sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I be having a face just like this right now because what? I know I'm gonna tell him I definitely need a minute to process it because I don't want to act out of emotions. But immediately, the fuck you mean you interested in my best friend? But I don't know.
Okay, I want to answer this.
Answer it.
Okay, so I can say it when I say the really is what's throwing me off because you go out, you see some folks, you like, damn, they look good. It don't matter, regardless of who you talk to, you gonna see some eye candy like, that motherfucker look good. Just because I think you look good don't mean that we gonna click or whatever. So some type of way, somehow, me and you popped off. I might still think like, yes, she's attractive, but that don't mean that I wanna pursue her or I'm choosing on her. Just like, now she might be Sue now. So pretty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Same and vice versa. Cause think about it. You done had a nigga that you done fucked with and they homeboy was fine before. Right or wrong?
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know nobody off the bat,
but I don't really think I had anybody who.
So you always had the one, and I'm just talking like I done been in this, but you always had the one who you really wanted every time. You ain't never seen a group of niggas like, damn, they all fine. Which one I'm gonna get? I just feel like it's been situations like that.
It probably has, but I don't. It ain't significant enough for me to recall right now. But I really don't know if I experienced that before.
But to answer that question, like you said, I'm going to have to process it. But I'm going to look at it from the other point of view. Like, you go out, your eyes scan the room, you're going to be attracted to probably multiple people in the room. That don't mean that we got to have a connection. So as long as you ain't never doing anything to make me feel like you're choosing on my best friend or you're choosing on my friend, I'm cool with it. Because shit, every time I step outside, I probably gonna see somebody like, damn, that motherfucker look good. That don't mean that I really want them. Regardless, I know the question is, didn't it say something about you were interested in them? Interested meaning like, you probably were choosing on them at this time, but
yeah, but I would still respond like just immediately like, what the fuck? Or whatever. But
that's gonna be a natural instinct.
That's gonna be my natural response. But then it's following that is like, give me a second to process this or whatever. Then that's the opportunity for me to look at it from the other perspective and all of that. But immediately, nigga, what? But I'm glad you told me though.
Yeah, cause what if it was like he probably seen her first. He probably seen her first. Like, Shawty look good. If I build the courage up, because I know niggas be having to build the courage up sometimes. If I build the courage up, I might just buy her a drink and then boom, you might come around the corner like, oh, nah, I'm ready to fuck with her. Damn, they fucking. I'm gonna shoot my shot with her.
Yeah.
So it could have easily been like that. But okay, you find out that you went on a date with a friend of someone you're now dating. Are you obligated to tell them? You find out that you went on one date with a friend of someone you're dating now.
Okay.
Are you obligated to tell them?
Did you read it again for me?
I read it for me.
Cause I was like, when you
I
were
think
done,
I read it too bad the first time.
When you read, I'm like, I can't wait till she done so I can look at it and read.
The first time I just read it to read. Second time I read it to comprehend.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the third time, you find out that you went on one date with a friend of someone you're dating now. Are you obligated to tell them? I am not obligated to tell them, but just off of GP, so they don't ever feel like I'm holding something back from them, I probably would tell them. I probably would. 9 times out of 10, I would tell them, especially if we rocking with each other. Now, if we just been on a date or two and it's up in the air if I like you or not, or if I'm digging you or not, I might not tell you. But if I'm digging you, yeah, damn, you done brought home, so I ain't gonna hold you. Me and him went out before. It didn't go nowhere, but me and him definitely went out before. We definitely went and had some drinks. probably even kissed them on the cheek, you know?
I agree. I'm not obligated to, but just natural being in me, I would let you know, like, oh yeah, me and Shawty went out on a date before, but it didn't go anywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
But it goes back to like the first question, like that's letting you know that what was up, and letting you know that it ain't nothing. Nathaniel.
Go ahead, fool.
Your significant other stays over the night at an ex house to spend more time with their child. Is this acceptable? We pulled this one before. Nah. I'm sorry. You ain't gotta spend the night over there. You can bring your kids over here.
You can get a hotel.
You can get a room. You can do something else, but you and the baby mama being in the same house. Yeah, I don't trust that situation. I just don't trust it.
Even if it's like something for Christmas, you want your baby to wake up Christmas morning and see, baby better get over there at 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 5. Don't wake them up until you get there. But yeah, spending the night,
yeah, you can't spend the night, baby.
It's a wrap. It's a done deal.
Cause what if I spend the night at my baby daddy's house? You think that's cool? Can I spend the night at my baby daddy's house?
Hell no, he ain't going.
But he want to see his kids when they wake up for Christmas.
Absolutely not. Okay, what's the longest your significant other can say no to having sex before it starts affecting the relationship? Explain. Well, from a woman's perspective, I haven't heard of any man saying no. But with a woman, they always say men sexual beings. Women are sexual beings too. But and most times when a woman is saying no to have sex, something already started affecting that relationship anyway. From her standpoint, but I don't know if a man can go like longer than a month without it start really affecting their relationship. How can I explain it? I really don't know. I just feel like a nigga don't want to get his rocks off. And at some point, at least after a month, maybe like a week or 2 or whatever, he's like, trying to understand what you got going on, might try to work it out. Or it might just be like, oh, I'm stiff right now. Or we stiff on each other. But after a month, they gonna start like, hey, what's up? Fuck all that you got going on. We ain't even got to talk. Like, he better drop these draws or something. I just don't really see a man really being understanding or not allowing it to affect their relationship after about a month without saying no. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. I said no for longer than a month because, yeah, I wasn't going. I wasn't happy what the relationship was doing. Really was just still in it. But yeah, I done said no for longer than a month.
A woman breaks up with a man, and when he asks why, she says that she met someone better. Is that ever a valid reason to leave a relationship? Explain. If that's her reason, then that's a valid reason. Like, end of story. It ain't even no explanation needed. Like, my reason is my reason. Your reason is your reason. Just because it ain't what you wanted to hear, or just because it made you feel logical, it made you feel some type of way, then it is what it is. But this is my reason, which makes it valid.
Facts. I feel like you the only person that can validate your reason. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, your significant other's opposite sex friend, who they call their sibling, is staying the night with the 2 of you. During a drinking game, you find out that
they so long because it's a lot of process. Okay.
During a drinking game, you find out that they slept together years ago. What happens next? Ooh. Let me see. That bitch can't come around me no more. I don't know. I'm kind of biased with that. Now that I think about it. You get it? We need to read it again for the people.
I get it. I'll read it again, Your significant others are your significant others opposite sex friend, who they call their sibling, is staying the night with you too. During a drinking game, you find out that they slept together years ago. What happens next?
Okay, so the reason why I say I'm kind of biased with that is because we don't call each other siblings, but we literally, I spoke to this person on yesterday, and I said, man, regardless of what we have done in the past, like, I consider you a homeboy over it all. Like, me and you know we done been sexually active a few times or whatever, but our relationship, or, you know, just coming to each other for venting sessions and, you know, just having like real conversations of substance trump all of that. And that shit was a while ago too, but we don't call each other siblings, we call each other homeboys or homegirls. So to answer this question, if y'all call each other siblings, that shit like dead out that shit. You can call each other homeboys and homegirls, but I don't know if I really feel comfortable with you being around them or them being around you. I guess I gotta figure out what their character is, because I can't say, nah, that shit dead, because like I said, the situation that I'm in, me and Shawty homeboys and homegirls, and I just know how we are with each other. So that'd be hypocritical of me to say, nah, that shit whack, can't do it, and I'm doing it too. What about you?
So for me, it says what happens next. We're having a conversation, because now I want to get to the details. I want to know if this was a one-time thing, if this was just like an ongoing thing, if y'all was, fucking regularly. Because I can't say that sex happens by accident, but there are times where it's like,
sex happens by accident.
The shit just happened. Like, no, you didn't mean for it to really get there, but it got there, and y'all went through with it, and it didn't necessarily change, the relationship, that you all already have. So I need to get a little bit more context information to gather how I move forward with it. Because if it was one of those situations where y'all was sneaky links, then I can't go for that. I can't go for that.
Facts.
But if it's one of them things where it might have happened, it happened once, and because it was so good at one time, it probably happened 2-3 times or whatever, but y'all realize that didn't work for y'all, and it's been years since that happened and nothing has transpired within that time, then that might be something I can just move forward with.
But I will say this, after that conversation and it comes out that y'all say y'all had sex because y'all was drunk, now that I can't go for, because shit, a drunk mind speaks. So with thoughts, like, if I was attractive then when I was drunk, I'm probably even more attractive now when I'm drunk. While you drunk too. So yeah, I can't rock with it. Okay, yeah, these questions are long. Let me try another one.
Okay, that was yours that we just pulled.
Damn, that was okay.
We really can wrap this up.
Yeah,
because these questions was okay. It wasn't nothing really just popped out to me with these.
And they lengthy.
Yeah, and they lengthy, so you gotta take time.
We gotta dissect the question.
Yeah. An old sex tape of you and your ex leaks online. You tell your current significant other, and they ask you to send them the footage. Would you explain? This is a good one.
Would you explain?
Yeah, they want you to send it to them.
What's to explain? Would I? Yeah, I probably would send the footage, but what's to explain?
No, it's saying, like, why would you send it? Or if you said no, why would you not send it? That's what it said. Would you explain?
Oh, would you, ? Explain. Yeah, it's already out there. He got access to get it anyway. If it leaked and it's going viral or some shit like that, somebody can send it to my let me be one to send it to, because 9 times out of 10 he's gonna probably want to go see it anyway. He ain't gonna want to see it, but he gonna
go see this shit.
Yeah, so let me just,
because I know I am.
Yeah,
I want. Hey, let me see the footage.
Because what you doing with
it? Like, you already know what's out there, and one of my friends sent it to me. I'm gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, you could have sent me this, so that way when it come my way, I'm like, I already know. We already had a conversation.
And then on top of that, I'm not tripping off of no old fucking sex tape because that was before me anyway.
You ain't even got that tap on that video. Like, that's just how long ago that shit was.
You wasn't even doing all the moves you do now. Like, so yeah, and I can't wait to talk about it. Let me critique the video actually.
I'm glad you progressed, baby. I'm glad you grew, cause that wasn't gonna cut it with me.
Yeah.
But all right, so we'll go ahead and slide into our vibe on demands. What you got, BG?
Okay, so I had 2 vibe on demands today, and for what I was grateful for, I talked about Virgos. My vibe on demand is 2 Geminis. The first Gemini would be the girl to Brittany G. I'm my own vibe on demand for a few reasons. I just feel like when I think of the word resilience, I think about myself. Like, I have been through a lot throughout my life, and I feel like I don't feel like I fight things silently, but I fight them privately. And anytime something is sent to knock me off my feet, I know how to get back up. Like, I go through it and I get back up and I keep pushing, I keep pursuing. Like, I done been through a lot. I have been through a lot mentally, physically, emotionally, like, and to just see myself still being out here happy and striving to be better, a better me every day. Like, I'm just so grateful for that. Like, I'm just happy me. Like, I love me. I love the woman I'm becoming. I love my mindset. I love the way that my mindset is growing. I just love everything about me. So I'm giving my flowers to myself because you just gotta recognize yourself in the process sometimes. Not the woman who I want to be just yet, but I'm getting there. I'm working to be her. Sure. I am her. And then, so my second vibe on the man is another Gemini. He go by a name of Big Bank. Big Bank and his new podcast is called Perspectives with Bank. And I just randomly came across this. I seen a clip from his episode that just dropped this week. And I was like, damn, Bank got his own podcast? Didn't know that. But it's new podcast.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. So, like I was telling y'all earlier in the episode, like on this past Thursday, when I just started doing things, when I was able to be mobile or whatever, I just started doing things. So I listened to like 4 or 5 of his episodes, and they all lengthy. They're all over an hour. And each and every one of them I'm rocking with. But what I really do like about Bank is he is literally authentically him. He don't give a damn. He's just this genuine ass beast of a nigga. Like, I love Bank. I love how he think. I love how hood he is, but he still know how to adapt to. He know how to adapt to every situation and every scenario and every type of company that he's in. Like, I love that about him. I love the growth from knowing Big Bank Black from when we was younger to who he is now. Like, I love how he inspires so many different people. I just love his mindset. I love how he, even on his podcast, he be saying, like, he fuck up words all the time. And he'll be quick to tell you, I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. I don't even know what them words mean. And I just love that about him, because sometimes motherfuckers just want to be know-it-all, and he not like that. So I just love Bank. Like, anytime I'm listening to him, even when I first started listening to Big Facts podcast, it's just like, I always just felt like he to me. Like, I know him personally. Like, I don't know him personally. I done been around him a couple of times. But I just feel like his energy, everything about him is authentic and it's real. I just love Bank.
Alright. So I as well have 2 vibe on demands. My first vibe on demand is Larry June and his latest project, Doing It For Me. Okay. So this is my first time actually listening to a Larry June album. Like, yes, I've heard songs or whatever. I have them downloaded, but this is my first time actually listening to an album, and I actually enjoyed the experience. It just gives me Cali vibe. And what's crazy about Larry is he from Cali, but he grew up here. So I really want to know what age was he when he came here, because
the nigga scream Cali.
That's all
everything reeks Cali out of him.
Like, everything that he talks about, everything. The way he flows, everything. It just gives Cali vibes. So like one of the songs that I really love is Stanson Beach on his album, cause it just gives me just laid back player ass vibes, like you just want to ride and just nod your head. Really, that's the whole album, if you being honest. But specifically Stanson Beach, Life of Mac, that's one of his singles off the album, and then Dreams. I've been on it for a minute before. I didn't even realize that it wasn't out yet. I thought it was like one of his old songs, but it was actually featured on this album or whatever. And then my second vibe on demand is Shabuzi. And Shabuzi is a country artist, but he infuses country with hip hop. So one of his popular songs is it's called the Bar Tipsy song or whatever.
When you said infuses country, I was just about to say.
So that song is what made me want to tap in into his catalog. So I end up listening to his album from 2022 called Cowboys Live Forever, Outlaws Never Die. And I really like that album. Again, it's one of them, he like literally takes the hip hop culture and infuses it with the country culture. And one of my favorite songs on that album is Tall Boy. It's like one of them, I done had a long day. Just pour me a tall glass of, whatever. But check them out. I haven't listened to the actual album where the bar song is on. That one came out in May of this year. I haven't made my way to that one to listen in its entirety. But so far, he's a good flow, like for real. So that's Larry June and Shabuzi.
Okay, cool. I'm rocking with it. I'm gonna make sure I tap into Shabuzi and Larry June new project too.
You know what it remind me of? It remind me of one of King of Fitness drinks. Yeah.
It don't remind me of that, but
it reminds me of one of his drinks. Like if I was to get a fat burner, it'll taste something similar to this.
I actually like his way better than that.
For sure. But don't say that's what it reminds me.
Yeah. But guys, that wraps up another episode of AunTEA Talk. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for subscribing to our channel. And then what we appreciate the most is the new subscribers that we have no clue where y'all coming from, how y'all even coming across us. But y'all are actually tuning into our episode or episodes and you're commenting.
Yes. That part.
We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we're going to do better with responding to y'all in the YouTube comments too. But keep commenting. Make sure y'all tell a friend to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tune into us. Tap into us. And follow us on all our social media platforms. That's TikTok, Twitter, X, and most importantly, Instagram. As AunTEA_Talk. And until next time. That's that sugar-free lemonade, bitch.